guys? Back in today with another reaction to Baccano, this time with episode 2. I did have a little rewatch of the first episode, and there wasn't an awful lot that made more sense on the second rewatch. It was still just as kind of frantic, but really enjoyed it as frantic as it was. I did leave in the comments section that I did recently watch a work that was based on some of Edgar Allan Poe's poems, which we did hear of in that first episode. I didn't look over it too much during the reaction, so apologies, but I noticed it a bit more on my second watch, and that's called Midnight Mass by Mike Flanagan, which was absolutely fantastic. I love all of his horror series. I'm currently watching Penny Dreadful, which has been fantastic. I'm only a few episodes through that, but that's also like a kind of gothic horror series, and I'm absolutely loving it. I was watching Dexter, but to be honest with you, it was very on the nose. It was very American, which is sometimes a good thing, but it was just, yeah, away from the topic of the show, of course, but I just, it was very cheesy, and I really love a lot of the cheese in it. Obviously, there's a lot of memes going about of the black man in the show, who I think is absolutely fantastic. And again, it's good in a cheesy way, but it's also a bit kind of cringe in a cheesy way of like, oh, that's very on the nose, but yeah, nothing to do with Baccano episode 2. No idea what to expect here. Again, lots of craziness. We pretty much had all the immortal people kind of meet. Almost all the immortal people kind of meet at the end of last episode. Still not really sure how they are immortal or what's the kind of dynamics between a lot of the characters and such. Another thing that did stand out to me is that the kid character got recognized and kind of smirked at the end of the episode as well. So yeah, just looking forward to seeing this more of this kind of mafia immortal kind of time spanning series here. I'm really not like, how do you even describe this? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I can tell you for sure, I was not expecting a supernatural element in this show at all. We did see that the honestly, I think these two might be some of my favorites. We did see the guy in the white suit, who I also thought was pretty interesting. He seems like a pretty cruel character. So this is the guy I was talking about that smiled at the kid, which I noticed. I feel like he's going to be important. The Gandors. We didn't see that guy though. It was like one of the only characters we didn't see. That's the wife of the guy with the white suit I was talking about. Lad Russo. That guy seems like a bit of a bastard. And these guys, I feel like, are two of the oldest immortal people that we did see. Dallas Jenner, isn't that guy presumed dead? Or am I just making that up? I mean, it looks like he's drowning in the open, so who knows? So this is the flying pussyfoot. Pussyfoot. Nebula. There's a lot of train people in the UK. There's a lot of big train people. There's a train museum near me that I've never been to. I won tickets to go there once. Obviously, I'm not so interested in trains, but yeah, there's a lot of people that go like train watching and stuff here in the UK. You can't ever tell a woman she's wrong. And in this case, it seems she's very right, considering we see the train go off the tracks last episode. Setting the old woman's qualms aside, the flying pussyfoot departs. 1930 California. Oh boy, I didn't expect her to have that voice. But yeah, she kind of sounds like a mascot kind of furry character. That's just not true, is it? So these guys meant to be American, just go based off how they talk. I mean, they're speaking Japanese, but Isaac and Miria. So is it Miria? It's spelled Maria, right? Maria. Maybe that's just how they say it in Japanese. Interesting. I wonder if there's any truth to that. I doubt it. But a centerpiece can be anywhere. Interesting. They were turned. I'm gonna say turned like a vampire, but I don't think these guys are vampires. These guys were turned immortal before her, and they kind of helped her. Yeah, the way she says was made. It's an interesting wording, isn't it? Bloody hell, bro! Any more spins? A little bit. I wonder if these people can have kids. I kind of doubt it. Again, I feel like there's a lot of vampiric kind of. I did mention in the intro, just to pause so I don't miss anything. I brought up Edgar Allan Poe and Mike Flanagan's Midnight Mass series in the intro, and that is like spoiler, um, based on vampires and heavily focuses on immortality and the kind of morality of. I'm going to go into slight spoilers here, but the main character, all the acting in that is fantastic. The main kind of Pope-ish kind of I forget what the name of it is. It's called like a Reverend in the UK, but I think it's a different name. Um, but yeah, the guy that kind of leads the church. Um, he wants to kind of bring immortality to this little island because things are the island's just getting old. It's like the times are moving on. It's kind of getting forgotten about this little island where less than 100 people live. People are getting old. People aren't able to kind of do things. There's one kind of boat that takes a trip to the mainland once a day or twice a day or however often it is, and he just wants to revitalize the kind of island and kind of yeah, bring the gift of kind of immortality. But as we well know through a lot of stories, immortality is very much not a gift. It is much more a curse. And again, as I brought up earlier, this is kind of one of the themes of Penny Dreadful that I've been watching the last couple of episodes. I can't believe I didn't know about that series, by the way. It's got Josh Hartnett in, who's absolutely fantastic, as well as Ava Green, who is one hell of a woman. She's also awesome in the Sin City 2, I think it is. Yeah, she's one hell of a woman. And yeah, it's got Timothy Dalton in as well, which is, yeah, I can't believe I didn't hear about that series. But what I'm trying to say is I'm watching quite a lot of shows about kind of immortality and like Ouroboros and kind of the kind of cycle of life slash kind of altering that cycle for becoming immortal. And yeah, it was very interesting, very well done in Midnight Mass. There was a lot of dialogue, of course, as there is in Mike Flanagan kind of works, but it was, which might be a bit too long for some people, but I thought it was incredible. So yeah, it's interesting how the girl says like she was made. I'm sure she was probably human before, but now she looks at herself as if she was made again, maybe a bit like a kind of Frankenstein's monster of sorts. Although these guys do still seem like very human, if you know what I'm saying. These guys especially are so fucking energetic. It's quite incredible how they can be so bright and energetic, especially as I assume they've been around for quite some time, considering the girl's language saying that these guys are made before her. It's quite incredible how they're still so upbeat after everything, after probably losing so many friends and people. Maybe it's because they don't spend too much time at any specific place, seemingly anyway. They seem to move on to different ventures quite quickly and maybe move on before they can kind of witness like a friend's death or something. Who knows? Whatever they're doing, they seem to be doing it right because, yeah. I mean, obviously they're doing it wrong here, but because they're doing it wrong, they're doing it right, if that makes sense. It also kind of feels like these guys have probably been around for some time and are just not able to become rich at all. Nothing works for them. An endless endeavor. So is that what they were doing on the train? Trying to rob it? I mean, I think we do see them in the opening do it. So that's what I would do. If I was immortal, I'd go and do something that would usually get someone killed for a lot of money. And because I'm immortal, I would not die and I would succeed. Like rob a bank, or well, rob a bank's probably a bad one, but yeah, something like this, something against like the mafia. Not the best outfits to wear, but these guys love their outfits, constantly changing up. Well, there's the purple-haired girl. So was that Mozart? So was that not the purple-haired girl that sent them a letter, or am I tripping? Are they different people? It feels like the Titanic, doesn't it? Like the Titanic of trains. It really is. It really does feel like that. Tony-san. Tony-san. Why don't you go do something about it, bro? Fine woman. Right in front of you. No, Tony-san. So my assumption about these guys is that they were caught. They're criminals and they were caught and then got branded. slash scarred, so that you'd always notice them as like thieves, and they do that a lot for thieves. They put some kind of marking on you to say, yeah, that guy's a thief for the rest of his life. I feel like this might be something similar. But this is quite an incredible coincidence. So many of these immortals came here not planning on it together, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they all came here of their own accord. There's like at least 6 of them. So happened to be here this time, this place. There is a contrast. Oh my god, the anatomy of that guy. There is a contrast here, isn't there? Because these guys are wearing pure white. Yeah, I think all their hearts are probably pitch black. Whereas that's probably the opposite with the orchestra. They're wearing pitch black, but their hearts are actually pumping red blood. Actually, human beings. Well, again, we know that that girl is an immortal, the kind of purplish haired one, but you get what I'm trying to say. They're good people. But this is not his wife. She kind of seems like she's been abducted or something. And again, I gotta say, the anatomy of this guy's fucking neck. It's crazy. This guy definitely got a bad back. But yeah, as I just said, I feel like, is this orchestrated? The orchestra has been orchestrated. This has been orchestrated like an orchestra. Because again, is it not just a massive coincidence that all of these people are here at the same time? I feel like I don't own a white suit. I feel like a white suit is just a terrible idea. Kind of remind me a bit of the Miwa Walugumi from Gintama. These guys. She's like smiling like she does like him. Like maggots. That's a weird geezer. Sadistic geezer. Lado Russo. I feel like I've heard that name before. These guys are crazy. I like them. Honestly, this girl is like if a dog could talk. If a golden retriever could talk, this is what it would be like. Not just Tony-san just left in the water to rot. Bastards. Oh crap. That is usually the case. Something is last, it is furthest away from the first. And I guess the item is. There's a lot of bad people in the show, isn't there? That's good though. It's human. It's accurate. Bomb Fiend. So she's got Sachan's voice actor, isn't she? I'm pretty sure Shimp actually right next to her, so this is almost quite reminiscent. I do just want to look at their designs again for a sec, because his definitely does look. I don't know if his is like older or if it's actually like a tattoo or like branding or something. But his does look different to hers. Hers actually does look like she is scarred as fuck. I mean, look at her. Almost, I'd say what 40, 35, 40% of the skin we see of her is just scars. Just incredible. She's like it's pretty attractive in a sense of well, that might sound weird, but in a sense of she's not scared to show it off whatsoever. Like she's actually actively kind of wearing a sleeveless top and a revealing kind of outfit. Something a bit sexy about that. I don't know. But his does look different. Like his doesn't look like a scar. It does again look like some kind of like branding or tattoo or something, or maybe it's just like a very old scar. I've got the scar on my knee, a big ass scar that I went on holiday once and it was like a football holiday and I was drunk and I like slid off like this toy car thing and it cut my knee so you could see the bone in my knee. So it was a giant scar, and over time, it has kind of turned into something akin to this color. So maybe it's just a very old scar, but it does also look like it's got like curves and circular, so it is kind of intentionally put on there. So I think I'm going with the theory that this guy was maybe a thief or got caught stealing or got caught doing some kind of crime and was branded on it so people would realize. I think they do that in Brazil. They like brand people or something. If you steal something, they'll make sure that everybody knows that you're a thief for the rest of your life. Yeah, I love the voice actors for these two. As I said, it's very Gintama kind of reunion esque right here. I like it. So she's a bomb fiend. Is that why she's got all these scars? Then I assume had plenty of altercations with bombs in her past, and she's probably got a new scar for what happens on this flying pussyfoot. I wonder how YouTube kind of adds stuff that was about the word pussyfoot. Not great, I assume. Not great, I assume. Who cares? But yeah, he's got an interesting voice actor for someone that, as I just said, would be branded for stealing something. He's got a very, again, shin patchy kind of worried kind of, yeah. Whereas Satchan's voice actor is very refined and kind of calm and cool, and they're very different types. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh, he's very scared. This little geezer, isn't he? She does remind me a little bit of the Russian woman from Black Lagoon. His name's Jacuzzi. Such a strange name that is, isn't it? Might be the strangest name of all. These are like the worst people. These are like some days the worst and best people you could throw them in a situation with, because they won't be awkward, so that's great. But they're a lot to handle. So delinquent. Oh, you're clearly not. That's the unfortunate thing about this kid, isn't it? He can't ever really be called normal because of that thing on his face. Well, it is for us. That's now yours. But you are just describing stealing right here. And he does look like he's having fun, doesn't he? Bless him. Jacuzzi. Why is he called that? And there's the kid. Yeah, that is exactly the reaction you expect to people seeing you. Unfortunately, isn't it? As it said, like you can understand why he is like he is. Which, like I said, is quite incredible as to why this bomb woman is so proud and nice. Jacuzzi splots. So is that like jacuzzi spots? Like what is the naming here? Is there like a meaning to this that I'm just not getting? Like jacuzzi. Is there another meaning for jacuzzi? That is what I'm thinking of, like a kind of heated tub, right? His name was literally heated tub. Oh, what a weird name. It feels like one of those things that, like, if an Asian person knew nothing about English or America or anything, they just found cool. It's kind of like us in a way, like us anime fans. There's really cool like Japanese words. We kind of I pick them out and such. And I guess this is the same. Like this is what an Asian person would pick out, like jacuzzi. That's a really cool word. You know what? I'm gonna call one of my characters jacuzzi. And it is quite a smooth word, isn't it? Jacuzzi. Um, yeah, not sure about it for the name of someone, especially in this age. Like, was jacuzzis even a thing during this age? Maybe jacuzzis are named after him. Maybe he created them. So is that guy Polish? This guy might be like Czech or Polish or something. He's got a pretty European name. Everything will be eaten by the train chaser. Interesting. Has this happened? Like, where would something like this come from? Like, what idiot would make up something like this? It's got to be true because it's too idiotic to be made up. Was she scared back then? Here we go. Something's happening. The tide is drawn upon us. These guys aren't really an orchestra. Okay. Emirate. Uh, There's a living ghosts right here. So essentially, they're like, that's a pretty cool analogy in a sense of like these guys are all willing to give up their lives. They are already ghosts. They've already given up their ties to the human world and are ready to die for their cause right here. And that's what this guy, the conductor's talking about, who's probably on it with the orchestra as well. What the hell are the orchestra planning here? I mean, we got to see like loads of people's plans before we kind of got on the train and such, but I don't believe we heard anything about what they're planning. And they seem like they've got the biggest kind of crew and the biggest setup here, so yeah, just what the hell is going to go down? We've only got a couple of minutes left, so not sure we're really going to see it, but I would love to. That's Hui. Whoever this Hui guy is. Try to get him back from the American government. This whole train is hostage. I feel like these guys are in for a nasty surprise though. The amount of nasty people in this train. Including this fucking guy. Lad Russo. I feel like he's gonna fuck these guys up. Now, how can someone that's immortal die? Guy with the red hair is immortal as well, I think, right? Okay, really good episode. Like this one a lot. This was a lot less than the first episode. I think the first episode set much more up, didn't it? This one was mainly kind of focused on this train ride and the characters on the train. And yeah, some really fun moments here. Again, I think that couple is especially pretty fucking awesome, aren't they? I can't remember their names, but the American couple, I really like them. They're very upbeat and nice, funny. But yeah, like I pretty much like all the characters in their own kind of way. Like this lad Russo guy seems ruthless, but he's also pretty fun, chaotic. I like these two, the bomb girl and Shinpachi boy. This Hui, have we seen this Hui character? I don't recognize. Like, I can't put a face to the name from what we see in the opening, so I don't think he's got like an opening segment. I will have a look again in a minute though. Okay, so we got a preview. Yes, we do. It's like we're not spending too much time on the train stuff next episode. Interesting. I wonder if it will be that kind of constant kind of change up between focusing on this situation and this kind of mafia kind of situation. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. A really good episode today. I like this one a hell of a lot. As I said, I do want to kind of. I don't think we see a Huey here. So yeah, it does seem like this is going to be split up between the mafia kind of storyline, and they probably all converge into one. But this mafia kind of storyline, and then this kind of train ongoings as well, that is probably tied to the mafia. I mean, it's tied to this Huey guy that is taken by. I mean, you could say the American government and all governments are a mafia in a sense. So, yeah, kind of these kind of mafia / government wars going on. So yeah, I don't think there is a Huey in this. I don't recognise the name at all, and I think I would recognise them because the names do stand out a hell of a lot in this show, don't they? Not that I can remember them because there's a lot of characters, and that first episode was absolutely impossible to remember anyone's name, I think, except for maybe Jacuzzi, because that is a hell of a name. But yeah, really good episode. Again, I really like all the character interactions and character stuff we got today. I thought these guys were absolutely fantastic. I had a feeling they'd be two of the best characters in the show, and they absolutely are. In terms of just how fun and how awesome it is just to watch them doing their thing, if you know what I'm saying. It's especially interesting, as I said earlier, about the fact that these guys are like immortal and they're still this way. They're still kind of like upbeat and such, and you wouldn't expect that from someone that's lived so long. Yeah, I love them. I really like Jacuzzi and the Bomb Woman. I think they're really cool. They got an interesting dynamic going on. This Lad Russo guy, I think, is pretty awesome as well. Pretty cruel and pretty maybe sadistic, but it's quite fun, isn't it? So definitely looking forward to seeing more of him. And yeah, just a really fun episode here. Do let me know what you guys thought about this one though down in the comment section. Much more digestible episode as well. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions though. And I'll be back next episode with episode 3.